Describe a difficult decision you made. Part 2. Extended answers, idioms, and mindset discussion. Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to the IELTS Band 9 podcast. In this part, we're diving deeper into the topic, a difficult decision you made. So far, Mia shared a beautiful story about choosing between her career and her family. Now we'll explore a few more examples and learn how you can express complex ideas naturally in your IELTS speaking test.
Exactly, Alex. Many learners think that only big life-changing events can fit this topic. But actually, examiners appreciate even small but meaningful decisions, as long as you express your emotions, reasoning, and results clearly.
That's a brilliant point, Mia. The IELTS examiner isn't judging what decision you made, but how you explain it. Your fluency, coherence, vocabulary, and pronunciation. So let's look at another Band 9 style answer. Band 9 Sample 2. Choosing between two job offers.
If I were asked this question in the exam, I'd probably talk about a time when I had to choose between two job offers. It was a turning point in my career. I had one offer from a local company that provided stability and another from a startup that offered creativity, but also risk. I spent sleepless nights weighing the pros and cons. In the end, I went with the startup, and although it was challenging at first, that decision opened doors I never imagined.
That's such a relatable example, Mia. I like how you said weighing the pros and cons. That's a natural collocation, meaning to carefully consider both the good and bad sides before deciding.
Yes, and you can also use idioms like, I was in two minds, or it was a toss-up. These expressions make your answer sound more natural and less robotic.
Exactly. And what's powerful about this story is the emotional journey. You used emotive language, sleepless nights, opened doors I never imagined. Those phrases show personal involvement and help the examiner feel your sincerity. Band 9 Sample 3. Moving to another country for studies. Now, let me share one more Band 9 sample. This one's about deciding to study abroad. There was a time when I had to decide whether to stay in my comfort zone or go abroad to pursue higher education. At first, the thought of leaving my family terrified me. I was worried about cultural differences, loneliness, and financial pressure. But deep down, I knew that if I didn't take this leap of faith, I'd regret it forever. So I packed my bags, applied for scholarships, and flew to a new country. Looking back, that was the decision that shaped my confidence and worldview.
That's a fantastic example, Alex. I love the idiom leap of faith. It means doing something uncertain, but believing it will lead to positive results.
Exactly. And this kind of storytelling gives your examiner goosebumps. You're not just telling a decision, you're revealing your mindset and growth.
Right, and notice how Alex used cause and effect transitions at first, but deep down, so I packed my bags, looking back. These connectors make your story logical and coherent, which is crucial for a Band 9 score.
Vocabulary and expression upgrade. Let's pause for a quick vocabulary upgrade. At a crossroads means facing an important life choice. Follow my gut feeling. Trusting your intuition. It was a blessing in disguise, something that seemed bad at first but turned out positive. Burning the midnight oil, working late at night. The ball was in my court. It was up to me to decide.
If you can use 2 or 3 of these naturally in your answer, the examiner will definitely notice your range of vocabulary. But remember, don't force idioms. They should sound natural, like part of the story.
Band 9 follow-up questions.
Okay, Alex, let's simulate some follow-up questions that could come in part 3.
Sure, let's go for it.
Why do people sometimes find it difficult to make decisions?
I'd say it's because humans are emotional creatures. Many people overthink and fear making the wrong choice. Plus, in modern life, there are too many options, which makes decision-making overwhelming.
That's a strong answer. You could also add, people often hesitate because they don't want to live with regret.
Yes, that's great. And here's another question. Do you think older people are better at making decisions than younger people?
Hmm, that's interesting. I'd say older people have more experience, so they tend to think things through more carefully. But young people are more flexible and open minded, so both have their strengths.
Beautiful balance. That's exactly what examiners love, a balanced argument.
Psychological side of decision making. You know, Alex, sometimes our biggest obstacle isn't the decision itself, it's the fear of change.
Absolutely. Fear can be paralyzing. That's why examiners love when candidates say something like, I finally decided to step out of my comfort zone. That shows personal growth.
Right. And the phrase, step out of my comfort zone, is one of those expressions that instantly makes your answer sound confident.
Yes, and remember, confidence doesn't mean perfection. It's about speaking clearly, showing emotion, and keeping your story structured.
Band 9 Pro Tip segment. Let's share a Band 9 tip here. When you're describing your decision, divide your story into 4 small parts: the background, the challenge or dilemma, the decision itself, the result or what you learned. This structure keeps your answer logical and engaging.
Brilliant tip. And don't forget to use transition phrases like initially, eventually, in the end, looking back. They help your story flow naturally.
And smile when you speak, even if it's an audio exam. A smile changes your tone, makes you sound friendly and confident.
Exactly. The examiner can feel your energy through your voice.
Final reflection: the real meaning of difficult decisions. So, Alex, if you look back, what's the most important lesson you learned from your difficult decisions?
I'd say every tough decision teaches resilience. Whether it's a career change, studying abroad, or choosing what's right over what's easy, each one shapes your character.
That's so true. And you know what, listeners? Don't be afraid of making mistakes, because sometimes the hardest decisions lead to the most beautiful destinations.
Wow, that's poetic. I think we should end with that line.
Yes, it's perfect. The hardest decisions lead to the most beautiful destinations.
Thank you for joining us today on the IELTS Band 9 podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comments. That keeps us motivated to bring you more real exam-style conversations.
Until next time, keep practicing, stay confident, and remember, every word brings you closer to your Band 9.